It's all about the man on Vuma 103. My name is Phumlani Nkwanye and I'm standing in for Unhlanhla Makhanya ozobuya masunyane Unhlanhla Makhanya phinda qhubeke nohlelo la on It's All About the Man. Kanti ngalesi sikhathi ngithembisele ukuthi sokhuluma no Erick waka Sithole, CEO and the founder of Nsikayezwe management consultant. Sikhuluma ngendaba ebaleke namhlanje, sikhuluma indaba ethinta i-change management. Uzosichazela kabanzi ukuthi sikhuluma ngani masikhuluma ngendaba ye-change management kuma companies. Sabona Mr. Sithole.
Kunjani baba?
Siyaphila Mr. CEO.
Ay angibingelele nami ngiyajabula ukubuya again. Sigcinane last time before COVID.
Thank you very much for coming through Sithole. Namhlanje sikhuluma indaba. Firstly asiqale sibheke ukuthi ubani Erick Sithole before we can get into business namhlanje.
Erick founder and CEO of Nsikayezwe management consultants.
Yeah.
I-company siza kakhulu ke ama-organization nama-business amancane kuma-matters of governance, strategy kakhulu nakwi-innovation.
Yeah.
I will just ngime lapho kwamanje but okuningi abantu bengakuthola mabeya kwi-website ke nsikayezweconsultants.com.
Ngiyakwazi ukuthi uyindoda enza izinto eziningi kodwa ke for namhlanje ke sibheke la namhlanje sikhuluma indaba ye change management. Maybe to brief umlaleli ukuthi what is the change management, how can we best define change management in a company setting?
Yeah, uma sikhuluma nge-change management sikhuluma la ngama processes esiwabekayo noma esiwasebenzisayo ukudila noma ukumanage ushintsho osuke organization isuke ibhekene nalo. So there are so many processes esayiswasebenziseke ukudila ne-change. Ngabeka kanjalo mhlambe ngesiZulu. So kuningi implementayo to make sure ukuthi i-change ngoba i-change yona into phela sithi constant ayipheli iyohlala ikhona njalo. Yeah, iyaqhubeka njalo. So ke ngamanye amagama, so if you don't uthola indlela yokuyimanage, it can either destroy company or you can benefit from it. So it depends ukuthi i-approach yakho towards change kuhamba kanjani. Angithi nathi nje uyazi ukuthi wathi mawukhula umzimba wakho ubehave ngenye indlela, uresponda ngenye indlela, uma ufika kuma 30s uresponda ngenye indlela. So i-change ngeke uzoyibalekela. So the best way ukuthi ubenefit from it ukuthi uthole indlela yokuyimanage. So ke na kwi-company ke sithi ke change must be managed.
Yes.
There are so many benefits of managing change. If ingenza isibonelo ngithi ake ubuke ama companies that failed to manage change. Hence why ngihlale ngithi ke the greatest strength to any business is not change but ignorant management. That's the greatest. So change on itself you're not threat, but ignorant management. So because if also in business I'm immune from this, this thing will never happen to me, then you'll be destroyed. So I made an example about the print media. Look at the print media. So anyone who thinks of going with print media business, I can tell you what maybe in 5 years to come, there will be no need for us to buy my newspapers, magazine and so
many
on.
of them have closed down.
Yeah, they are suffering. But those who initiated this change, of which people are more advanced when it comes to technology, are benefiting from it. So umaqala ushintsho noma tholubona luseza in 5 years to come, don't ignore that. So our organization, they need to make sure now and again annually they do something what you call internal and external environmental analysis. Ngoba they affect us always wabona ukuthi lawa if we ignore them sizoba destroyed. So ke into ebalekile ukuthi management ebusinessini ingabi ignorant ukuthi there's something that is coming which might destroy us in future. So like print media, for instance, there are companies angasa exist today, BlackBerry, Nokia or Ericsson or wagcineni.
Yes, khona this quote engijwayele beyisho kakhulu about uNokia ukuthi yashuzi uyaka Nokia bevala after sebehlunze ukucheckela yona kodwa but sivele singene kuyona vele njengamanje ama companies amaningi ayachange because isimo siya support ukuthi change aswabhekeke lama steps okumele siwalandele ama technique or approach kumele siyenze if we want to best manage change in our companies?
So we must not be ignorant as the management. So what are the causes causes of change? So number one, for instance, I don't care what happens in politics. Politics and you can't say that, because politics can give you two things. Politics can give you good governance, can give you poor governance. And poor governance, if you take South Africa as a case study of what poor governance has given us. For instance, today, if you price the electricity is too high, so which means if you price the electricity per zulu, onke ama-prices izinto zizo-affecteka when the production kuzoba costly, and lokho kuzohamba kuzo-affecta ngisho consumer, mina nawe sisemakhaya. So it also affects umuntu osebhizinisini, a manager, which means now if kade usebenza a certain amount yesikali ukwenza some production, you need to increase more ngoba i-value yakhona njengoba ugesi ukhula nayo futhi iyakhula. So that may lead ukuthi abantu mhlawumbe sometimes kuba nama-ports or amanye ama-sections of business are shuttered down because manje you want to keep ama-cost akhulayo ebhizinisini. But yonke le nto mawuzoyi-trace back, it comes from what you call poor governance.
Poor governance.
Given to you by politics. So you need to assess ukuthi if politics in 3 years to come, how are we going to benefit from it? How are we going to make sure we still benefit in politics? What can we do now to prevent that from? That's what we call managing change. Wow. Now, while I'm there, today we've got something called state capture. So then people about powerful or certain individuals will say, we don't want to allow anyone to be in a position of power where changes will be made in our absentia, and those changes will come and haunt us. So that's why we're talking about lobbying. We're going to lobby for Phumlani to become a premier. Why we are lobbying? When Phumlani gets there, it change later, it must benefit us.
Yes.
So that's what we are seeing in South Africa. Not in South Africa, all over the world. People are trying to manage change, but when they are managing change by managing it is not ethical. That's another point. We're going to deal with it another day. But the city game need to know what are the causes of change. I've spoken about politics can give you poor governance or good governance. Number two, nature. Like there's something like called natural storms or natural disasters. World, global, whatever happens in USA, whatever happens in China, whatever happens in Russia will always affect us. So you cannot say what is happening in America won't affect me. For instance, Ebola that came up in I think in 2013 back in Africa affected a lot of African countries. And other countries are trader now. So those things you cannot ignore them. But so according to acts of terrorism, you want to go and do business in Africa, you need to think, if I go to Nigeria, I'm a terrorist. If I want to go to Mozambique, maybe I'm a terrorist there. How will that affect my business? So you don't ignore those things. Is in the city you have no control over external environmental analysis. You need to analyze them. We say, I usually recommend every year, my businesses, they need to do that. But so technology. And I
think technology is a very important point because there's says good technology and they are failing to move with times because bafuna ukuhlala kwi traditional way of doing things which will not benefit their businesses. Because isikhathi sethu siyabaleka kakhulu sibheke namanye ama approaches.
That's why I say abaningi bayibebuka kakhulu but i-change lethwa technology. So I needed to deal with others abangawanaki ukuthi lawa ayakwazi ukuyiletha inkinga ebhizinisini. So bese technology isiyayazi sonke ke njengoba uzobuka even today from since March 2020 lockdown regulations we are doing meetings online. So how many businesses are affected? Asisabhuki njalo amabhano yangithi. So that industry has been affected. Asisabhuka amahotela njalo, that industry has been affected. So change. Eletho ukuthi izinto ziyamuva, we are becoming digital. So umuntu osakhama lokhunjana owakha a big building that is going to be a conference hotel or a conference hall, he needs to think ukuthi okay, in 10 years to come usasebenza kanjalo. So those things that emsitheke abantu abasibheke, then bese kuba khona into ama legal factors. What laws are being introduced in South Africa or in Africa or international that might affect us? A quick example. Donald Trump, when he came into power, he said, I want us to buy American and hire American. So people will say, no, it won't affect us. It can. if, for instance, I'm doing business with America, and then he says, you need now, going forward, we need to buy American. He is saying, prioritize the production, yes, America first before you go outside.
Yeah.
And which means if you got the trade dynamic in South Africa, I'm the first one who's going to be affected by that change. So those are legal factors now, and those laws and policies, they can affect your foreign policies and so on and so on. So you need to know about those things, assess them. But basically, how do you deal with the change now? So how do you manage it? You implement change management. You're required what to call strong leadership. In a company. Strong leadership. Let us assess. We have identified a problem. We have identified my threats. This is how we're going to deal with them. And strong leadership, there will be resistance.
Yes. From inside.
It's natural. Resistance is natural to anyone. Today, assess ukwenza ukuthi ngalendlela all of us siyabuza ukuthi
ngobani
but isakhula senza kanje. So that's what you require, strong leadership. Angithi uyabone even emasontweni makuthiwa sekunoshintsho ethi hayi thina safundiswa ngalendlela sazukuthi. So even in business, therefore you require strong leadership. People who are going to say we have to do this. But before you even enforce it kanjalo, you need to make sure that you've got to buy in from our employees or from all the stakeholders, so that they're going to move with you when you're implementing this program of change in a company. Why you need all of them? Because those who will be resisting, bengaba amazambane la ngaphakathi enza ukuthi abanye mobilize ukuthi let us resist this. So you need to make sure you move with the entire organization if you're about to be successful in implementing change. It's like issue ukuthi we're going to cut salaries. Akuyona issue mnandi leyo. But if you need to say to them, we have to choose whether we retrench
noma siyakukhathalisa
salary. So a bigger picture. The moment you have it buy-in from everyone, you're standing a chance of whatever that you are implementing as a change management program will be successful. But I'm going to get then last one in the balagile is to explain the benefits of change to all our stakeholders.
What will happen to the company?
Not only to the company, to you as an employee, to you as a stakeholder. How are you going to benefit from it? Because take it from me, even myself. If you're going to implement a policy in this country as a president or as a minister or a premier, I need to know how will it benefit me and my entire household and my community. So that's the most important thing to say. Before you implement it, therefore, make sure that you consult and explain the benefits of change to everyone. I think the no more yenzeka kanjena ke kuyakwenzeka ukuthi ke nobe funa ukuresist but ama benefits asenziwe. So that's the most important thing. That's my conclusion. Explain it to everyone. Explain the benefits of change to everyone.
That was very profound, Mr. Sithole. Ngesikhathi because ngiyabona umaneli sindolo sebe emnyango sizongena njengamanje. Abantu abafuna ukukuthola nabafuna ukukuthinta bakuxhumana nawe kanjani, Mr. Sithole?
Okay, ngikhona ku Instagram Erick Nsikayezwe Sithole, ngikhona ku Facebook Erick Nsikayezwe Sithole, ku Twitter Erick Nsikayezwe Sithole nje. I always say just Google Erick Nsikayezwe Sithole uzongithola ke la.
Thank you very much, Erick Nsikayezwe Sithole, who is the CEO and founder of Nsikayezwe Consultants. Thank you very much for coming through, Baba Studio.
Siyabonga.
This has been another edition of It's All About the Money. Namuphumla Nkwanyana standing in for Unhlanhla Makhanya. Asipene futhi sibone ukuthi kusasa sibamba kanjani. Kanti umeneli Sindwandwe usekhona uyalandela ne KZN in 60 minutes kwivuma 103.
The music of